Win Some, Lose Some is presented by Bet Rivers, your hometown sportsbook. Check out their daily specials at betrivers.com.
Were you a winner last night?
Wow, winning.
Or was it a rough one?
Well, they can't all be winners, can they?
Loser! You're a loser!
Molly Howard recaps the night in sports betting in Win Some, Lose Some.
All right, here we go. Doug Peterson to be the next coach of the Jags. Cash it. 5-1. According to reports, Leftwich wanted nothing to do with Balky, and they couldn't work that out.
You know what? I would say good for Byron Leftwich.
Yeah.
For demanding that Balky stinks, looks up and down the roster. You're a horrible GM. You're a really bad talent evaluator. I don't want to work with you. There. Can I be hired? No? Okay, well then I'm going to, do something else.
Thought they were going to play ball, but they didn't. The T-Wolves win again and cover. 5.5 up to 7.5. They won by 11. Hawks from 5 down to 3. Stopped the red-hot Suns. Trae Young was awesome. He had 43 points. Warriors Kings over 221 up to 224. 126 to 114. And the
Clay
Heat
had 7 threes last night, by the way.
The Heat from 3.5 up to 8. Routed San Antonio. And last night in the association favorites and overs went 5-1. Subscribe, be part of the team. VSiN.com, our radio and podcast friends. Volume up. This is like a human. Look at this guy. The dog on the couch. Oh! Wow, that's loud. How can he sleep like that? He's sleeping with his back on the
I don't
cushion
even
and
care.
the pillow.
I mean, that's just ultra impressive.
Oh, he is sawing logs. That is right out.
You're exactly right. It's a human being on the couch. Done.
I am spent. And he crawls up there, lays back, and he is out. Wow, this was TikTok.
Oh, whoa.
Is it fake, Dustin? It's fake? I hope that's fake. This snake wrapped around a car?
What?
Oh, okay, come on now. Absolutely, come on. You got to be kidding me. What is anaconda? What is this? They got snakes out there this big? They can't. No way. That's got to be fake. We got that can't be real.
I mean,
Look
okay.
at this. No way. You're going to wrap himself. Oh, come on. That's
Okay,
fake.
first of all,
no way.
what did the snake swallow to get that big?
Yeah.
It looks like it has 3 hippos inside of it.
Yeah.
And then if it would unwrap itself from the van, how long would that snake be? The size of a football field?
Yeah, come on. Look at that thing. No way.
I would say if that's like the Amazon, never doubt the Amazon.
Getting excited. I'm ready for Death on the Nile, which looks good. And look at this tweet. This was making the rounds yesterday. Knives Out 2 cast. There you go. Is there filming that? As I understand it.
I'm in.
Oh, yeah. Knives Out was a good movie.
It was outstanding. Come on.
I really liked it. Good cast, too. And as I understand it, Netflix has the rights to Knives Out 2 and 3.
Is that right?
They got both, yeah. I think they paid $500 million. I think that's what I read. Dustin can help me out with that. And I think they're just shooting both of them back to back. That is awesome. Look at this big bet yesterday. I'll put it under Win Some. For what this guy did at Caesars. Huge bet. Now, they won 11 in a row before the loss last night. 25,000 on the Suns, 3-1 to win the West.
I don't hate it.
Yeah?
They're awesome. I mean, yeah, they lost. I heard Von Tobel with a stat yesterday. They're the first team in history to have like 1 loss or 1 or 0 losses in 2 months in the same season. They were 16-0 in November, and I think they had 1 loss in January.
Man, that's impressive.
Oh yeah, they're absolute. I mean, they're completely legit.
Yeah. And 31-0 when they lead after 3 quarters.
Yeah.
Win Some, Lose Some, presented by Bet Rivers, your hometown book. Log in each Friday, get a 20% profit boost on the NHL. Learn more at betrivers.com. Hockey on a break. We'll talk NHL with Jeff Davis coming up from Circa. Some sleepers, why he's down on the Rangers, not a believer. Mm-hmm. And we have to wait till Monday to get the next Devils game. 16 in a row goal in the first 10.
Yep. So what are your plans, by the way, do you like to be involved in like big parties on Super Bowl Sunday?
No, I like to watch it by myself.
Yeah.
Especially with what we do here.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like you said. I mean, before we worked here, we watched the game together with a group of people once, and you're grading a prop every play.
Oh, it's every 5 seconds something's coming in.
I mean, these are pages and pages. You got 15 pages.
Now, don't get me wrong. Like, I love Super Bowl parties. I love to be a part of it. All the action out here in Las Vegas, you can't beat it. Like, this place is going to be bonkos all weekend, next weekend.
Doing the special show. We're on the air at 8 Pacific.
Yeah, we are. So for those of you who do not know that, we're going to be on at 11 o'clock Eastern, 8 o'clock Pacific, recapping the entire game for 3 hours on Super Bowl Sunday evening. But I'm with you. Like, I can't be distracted because of the game at this point, because I don't want to miss. There are like 1,200 props to grade, and we will miss half of them, if not more. But I love watching. I took I've said this story on the air before. I had one of the packets from a book out here in town. It's like 17 pages, stapled it together. It was for the Cardinals-Steelers game, and I watched it in a room with like 1,500 people. But I sat there on my own, and I went back because I tried to memorize the book before the game started. And I went back and forth between these pages and like circling as many props as I could. There were 50 props graded like in the first 8 minutes of the first quarter.
And what are you bringing to the table? I mean, are you really that interesting? Do I have to talk to you during the game? I mean, what are you bringing to the table as far as was this conversation about how your kids are doing and what's going on in your life? Is it I'm going to miss a play? Am I going to miss something that Michael says? Am I going to miss something that happens with the commercial? Well, there'll be something wild that happens at the halftime show.
Yeah,
that's in play.
The part that I don't like is, and this has happened to me a bunch, where you're at a Super Bowl party, and a ton of people are at that party specifically for the non-football stuff, right? They're watching because of the halftime entertainment. They're watching because of the commercials, and yet during the commercials they can't stop talking, and they're so loud that you can't hear the commercials. And then at some point you got to turn into the jerk and just go up to them and say, look, I thought you wanted to actually come here and watch the stuff outside of the football game. Then can you please pipe it down a little bit? You got to turn into the bad guy.
Yes.
I've had to do that before.
Yeah.
It's like you are here for the commercials and you won't shut up talking during the commercials.
Yeah.
Like, what is wrong with you?
Yeah. Oh, it's
and
big.
I don't even, like, the commercials are like secondary to me, but I want to watch them, and then that person just ruins the whole thing.
No, especially in the first quarter. You're supposed to get your big boy commercials right off the bat.
Yeah.
And see what you're doing. New movie that's coming out, whatever it is. Creative ads. Right.
Huh?
I mean, you better bring it. You better bring your A game for what you're paying.
Yep.
With those prices. So, so I'm with you. I'd rather be alone. I don't want to miss anything.
Some of the college basketball action from last night. Arizona, that they were up on UCLA big in the first half. UCLA came back to make it a game before Arizona took care of them. Now they're sliding a little bit. I noticed that they're all the way down to like a 3 seed now per Lenardi and some other people who do the bracketology business. But BYU West Coast last night, a loser at home. That's been a home court for a long time. I'm going to lose that. That's dead now. The conference win total, I had over 10.5.
Routed.
Killed at home.
By San Francisco.
Yeah, they were down by 15 at halftime, and they lost by, 14?
Mm-hmm.
So that's getting a little hairy now. And there was another result, too, last night. But college basketball is getting... like, when we had Jay Billis on the air on Wednesday, he was throwing out there about 8 teams that can win the whole thing. I would say there are more than 8.
That's surprise. Yes, I was surprised by that.
I thought that was a low number.
A lot of people, yes.
Because now if you actually... and maybe Arizona can't win it, but they've been one of the best stories in college basketball all year long. They are currently a 3 seed, which would tell me that they're probably, I don't know based on his opinion or what, but there are 8 teams at least that are going to be ahead of them in terms of the seeding. But
last 4 buys, Lenardi, Loyola Chicago, San Francisco, Seton Hall, BYU.
San Francisco bye now, okay.
Last 4 in, Wyoming, big win last night, Creighton, San Diego State, and Oregon. First 4 out, Florida, Miss State, Notre Dame, West Virginia.
Wyoming has been very good at covering games, specifically in the Mountain West Conference, as they got it done again last night. Oh, I think they're 7-1 now in the Mountain West. If you're paying attention to this stuff, I was sent a message today from Ian, who lives in the Midwest. He has Marquette. It's probably not going to get there. He found Marquette, like this month, January, I should say. He found that 60-1 to win the Big East.
Bad.
And that's the team. I don't know if I ever said that on the air or not. I think I teased it one day and I forgot the next day. The team that I wanted to bet at 300-1 after the show was over with was Marquette. So I have them at 300-1. I think they have more wins over top 25 teams than anybody in the country.
Your conference breakdown, according to Lenardi, who he has in the field. 7 from the Big 12, Big 10, and Big East. 6 from the SEC.
Okay.
4 from the ACC. 4 from the West Coast.
Yep.
I guarantee that's never happened.
No.
The West Coast with as many teams as the ACC. The Mountain West has 4, so does the Pac-12.
Mountain West now 4 again
and
this
they
year.
have good numbers.
Oh, Bill Walton
Very
last
good
night
numbers.
on the UCLA game was saying, I got 6. I got 6 teams here. And Dave Pash is like, 6? Where did you come up with that number? He's like, 4? Who else? He's like, Stanford's a very good basketball team. And then somebody else he threw out there who I forgot, but that's another thing to watch. Washington was catching 2 last night. They're playing good basketball right now in the Pac-12. They blew out Cal on the road by 21 points. Yep. It's Follow the Money here on VSiN, the Sports Betting Network.
He does that on purpose.
Oh, of course he
He's
does.
absolutely
No
not.
doubt.
He doesn't believe this.
No, none of that stuff.
For God's sakes.
Yeah. You know that VSiN is the best place to get all of your betting insights for the big game, and right now you can sign up for free with the Big Game Betting Guide. This digital guide gives you trends, strategies, props to watch, and tips from our experts. Visit vsin.com/Super Bowl to get your free guide and get ready for the biggest football betting action of the year. vsin.com/Super Bowl. Up next, a trip down Super Bowl memory lane. The play that put Vegas sportsbooks in a massive hole right out of the gates. And on the flip side, how much one professional bettor lost as a result of said play. Coming up here on Follow the Money.